All right, hello Speed SF drivers. I'm your host Joe McGuigan, and we're here to talk about Thunderhill Raceway 5 Mile. So for starters, let's get the COVID protocol stuff out of the way. We are still following CDC guidelines as far as masks on, obey that 6-foot rule. However, passengers are allowed at this event, so keep that in mind that, while masks and everything are required, you may at least have a passenger now. Things are slowly returning back to normal, but we still want to do our best to maintain that social distancing, keep the masks on, and just be courteous of each other. So please, 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 when you're around the pits and everything, you're not in your vehicle or you're not eating, keep those masks on. And, we'll hopefully be back to normal 100% by the time the year's up. So, with that out of the way, we are doing the 5 mile. Like we've been doing the past year or so here, we're going to have a drive-through check-in in the morning for you. So don't go park your car immediately. Look for that drive-through check-in. Come on up, show us your digital waiver, show us that you passed the online driver's quiz, which you can take as many times as needed to pass, but you should pass the first time if you watch the other video that's linked in your email here. So get that stuff out of the way, and you'll be good to go from that point on. If you're a novice, the novice groups, we will be meeting regardless to go over how the day is going to work, go over the instructor pairing, and all that. Now, again, this is 5 mile. This is the big track. So we are gridding and entering and exiting the track from the east side, so the 3 mile side. It's the bigger paddock area, all that stuff. Now, there is emergency exit on west side, but I do not want people using that unless it's an emergency. So everything is going to be on the east loop as far as the entrance, exit, all that. Now, the entrance for the track is going to be as usual on east, where there is 2 smaller sets of canopies near the front main straight, and you'll see a break in the K-wall there to bring you up the hot pit lane. Like we normally do, you'll have a fast lane, slow lane. Fast lane will go out first, slow lane will go out second. Now, with Thunderhill, just like on both tracks, there is a white blend line when you leave the pits. Now, because we're entering from east side, the blend line is leading to turn 1. There's a solid white line leading through turn 1 there. You must stay right of that white blend line anytime you leave the pits. I don't care if you're the first car out for the first session in the morning and no one else is on track. Regardless, when you leave the pits, you must obey that white blend line. Now, once you're on track, though, and you're coming back around that front straight, you can cross that blend line. You paid for that whole track, use that whole track. But again, just always be courteous, do a quick check, make sure everything's good, and you'll be fine there. We will be running our traditional double bypass, so it'll be bypass on east, and we'll be bypassing the intersection from 789 on west loop. So that way, it's not completely long, but it's still tons of fun, and it just makes it exciting because of how big this course is. Now, as always, the first session for every run group in the morning, there will be yellow flag. Typically, it's 2 laps yellow. But just look for that yellow flag. If the yellow flag is not being waved at a manned station, not an unmanned, but an actual manned station, if that yellow flag is not being waved, you may assume green flag at that point. Now, as far as track exit, like I said, we have the emergency road, exit on west if needed, but I don't want that being used. Otherwise, our track exit is going to be the turn 14-15 on the east loop as normal. And whenever we're exiting or we're doing something different on track, like you want to get somebody's attention that says, hey, like I'm going slow or I'm pitting, hand out a window like this that says, hey, look at me, I'm doing something different. And typically you're always going to do this when you're exiting. As a reminder, during your warm-up lap, wave to those corner workers. Again, this is a big course. A lot of ground to cover, but there's going to be a lot of corner workers. Wave to them. Because with that in mind, you're going to see checkered flag in a few different spots. You're going to see the checkered flag down the front straight on east. You're going to see the checkered flag on the front straight of west. And you're going to typically see it again at turn 11, 12 on east as well. If you get it on the front straight of west, you get it on the turn 11, 12 of east, your session's over. Don't go around and see again, start, finish at east, because now you've got a huge long lap to make up and holding up the next group. So you don't want to do that. Aside from that, just, again, be courteous of each other, obey the passing rules in your individual run group. If you have any questions on that, come find me, talk to me about it. Again, make sure your helmets are buckled. We do quiz on that. We are going to check for that. If you don't know how to buckle your helmet correctly, refer to the safety video that's included. And if you have any questions day of, come find myself, come find another staff member. We're here for you, and we want to make sure you have a good time. Other than that, we look forward to see you on the 5 mile. I'll see you soon.